Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Insightful, coming at you again with another video, this time showing you how to set up my Gladiusex so it looks exactly like this if you follow the whole video. I'm going to take you through my settings and show you what you need to turn on, turn off to get it to look exactly like this. If you want it to look different, guys, I suggest that you mess around with it yourself, but this is going to give you exactly what you see in the video. I think it was about a year and a half ago, or maybe at the start of Dragonfly, I made another guide which was how to get S Arena and Gladiusex to look the way that I used to have it, but that's a bit deprecated now, so I'm going to make this one more prevalent, and I feel like more people use this now, so this is why I am providing you a updated video with updated settings. Enjoy. So guys, let's get straight into the actual add-on. So if you type in your say bar, or you go through options, add-ons, click Gladiusex, you're going to be greeted with this panel. So I prefer to type /Gladiusex, just so I've got the screen separate. And then what you want to do, you want to first of all go to testing and click test free v3, okay, and make sure and stop testing, turns it off, and then that turns it on like this. So the first settings that you want to go to, I want to make this video fairly quick, so it's just going to be an overview of all my settings so you can see exactly how I get my things like this, really. So just so we can kind of go through everything, let's set that to 10. So first of all, you're going to untick this, and dragging this box, you can drag it anywhere on the screen, so put it in the location you want first of all. Then what you're going to do is, this is probably ticked, so you're going to untick that and just make sure show arena frames is ticked. Now then you're going to choose the font what you want, set the size, decide if you want an outline or not, it looks like that, and set the bar texture. So this will be all the global settings for everything used, so anywhere throughout the add-on where it says use global settings or whatever, if you tick that, it'll save you having to mess around so everything looks uniform. So that's what I would recommend doing. Then we're going to go to general, okay, and the only really important thing here that you need to know, now I do have my margin set to 4. You can obviously increase this and it sets things out a little bit wider, but I have mine set to 4. I like it quite compact. I know where I'm going to look and I know how everything looks. Then on unit frames, you want to set this to completely black, that bar top and that bar fully down, and then I just use these margins. So if you guys are happy with using this, copy off these settings, so the size, the bar height, out of range alpha, and all this other stuff are left to default. The next thing that you need to do that's really important is all these options that are grayed out, you need to go in each one of these and you need to untick enable module. So go in, untick all these, and it will just remove a load of junk so that it looks cleaner. So I basically put mine so all the really important ones are highlighted for me. So I want cooldowns, I want to see health, trinkets and casts, and Diaz. That's all I want to see. So then we're going to go to cast bar. Now here again, you can click use global textures, or you can set it independently. I would just recommend ticking use global textures and have everything else as it is. Now you can obviously untick that and set it to clean, but using global textures, it will use the clean one. And then cast text, you can change that again, use global font size, keeps it really simple, have white text, global font size again there, text color, that's all fine. Next we go to class icon. So I do mine show spec, it may be different, set it to the same as mine if you like mine, if not then don't bother, and make sure you have these same ones ticked. Important auras, I've never done anything in here, so I would just advise you to leave that alone. Cooldown, so I've actually only just recently figured out how to get the black borders around Gladiusex so it looks exactly how I want right now. I recommend setting the background to transparent, putting crop borders, so that it looks like that, so you don't get that annoying sort of interlayer. I've got 6.6. It depends on the width of your bar. I don't really like mine. Maybe it looks better for 5. I'm not entirely sure, but I think 6. Keeping them on one line is fairly nice. And then you will notice you have 2 groups. So group 1 tends to be all the spells, and group 2 tends to be the trinkets. So obviously go through each one of these settings. I'll just show you. So I have borders on each, and then I think the rest is pretty much set to default. Obviously you can change the size and other things. So sometimes what people like to do is they like to set their trinket so it's maybe the same size as the actual bar. So it's 47 is probably right. Yeah, so 47. You've got to, so it's 45 with a 2 pixel border around. So yeah, that looks really good, and we'll set that to 3.5 so it's the same as the border around the other stuff. So yeah, that was nice and good, nice and clear. I'm happy with that. And like I say, group 2 the trinkets, and group 1 is all the spells. So I'll just go down and show you. So my icon size is set to 30 with a border of 2. So we could set that to 3.5, but I think that's too big. What about 3? So I think maybe 2.5 is probably too much, so let's set that to 2. You can see I've got a bit of padding just between them, just to make them look nice and neat. Otherwise everything else is pretty much as default. So next onto DR tracker, so that's these bits here. Now I've not figured out a way to change the color of these or add a black border around them. So as of right now, these are the settings that I'm doing. So you can do DR colored border, but I turn that off. And if there's a way to do that, then you know, great. But I think for now there isn't. Add a border to the icon of color, or which will be the DR color. So like I say, I've not figured out how to do that, or how to mess around with any of this. So yeah, I would just probably leave all these as they are, and for the moment just follow these particular settings. Font size for the DR, you can obviously change that. Text size of the DR text, so I'm probably going to leave that about 12, but again, you can change all of these in, I believe, Omni CC, so that's going to be a totally different add-on. So I would just advise leaving this as default, because if you have Omni CC, you can change all these stuff in there. And I imagine there is probably something we can do with DR. So there's definitely no way to do this that I can see. So let's move on to health bar. So health bar, once again, you can use the global textures. Just easier to do. So I recommend you to do that. I put it at class color there as well. Height 15, so you can obviously change the height of that, but I think I've just pretty much left it. You can change the order of where it is in the bar, but again, just leave it. So you can set that to 10. You can set that to 5, and it's just going to make this a little bit thinner, but I think 15 is probably 14 is probably the optimal amount for how I like it. Next we go to interrupts. So this one I've never done anything with it, just leave it as it is. There's absolutely nothing in there. Incoming heals as well, just to show you, I've done nothing with that. Interrupts, there's nothing there. Power bar, again, I would probably just use global textures and leave it completely as default. I've not done anything. Your power bar is the mana bar at the bottom, so just to show, we can make that big if you think tracking the mana is more important, or you can just leave it as it is. I'm going to set that to 14. Next is text tags. Don't know why we've got an error. I honestly only have this so that we can see all these different things, but there is literally nothing you need to worry about. You can obviously add health percentage, you can add the class, you can add absorbs and other things, but I find this on the nameplate is much easier. And that is it, guys. Really, there is nothing to note in here. That's just literally all default. So you wanted my Gladiusex settings, and I've been saying I'll do this for a while, so here it is. If you like this and you've got to this point in the video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit like, and turn notifications on, and also head over to Twitch to drop me a follow. The link is in the description. In the meantime, guys, be kind, be peaceful, and remember, most of all, you are appreciated. Bye.